Hello, Abnormal Family. I've got another recording I think y'all are really going to enjoy. It's a pretty neat encounter, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's, you know, pretty wild. I've got some photographs, but the photographs I will not be able to show on here due to the, I guess, nudeness of it. YouTube won't allow it, so the photographs will be placed in the Patreon where I won't get uh, whatever they call it against my channel, so I don't get in trouble. I only get like 3 strikes and they can delete my channel. So I will post those in the Patreon and then we can discuss those photos over there. So I found this one and I was like, wow, this is really weird. I think somebody that this story is really going to reach out to is going to be one of our moderators. And I'm not going to say his name right now, but I have a feeling once he hears this story, he'll be contacting me. As soon as I read it, I thought about him and some of the encounters he's told me about, and I thought, wow, this really hits home. So let's get into this, guys. Here at Abnormal Investigations, where we don't tell stories, we tell encounters. A nurse and nature lover in Canada reportedly captured footage of what she said appeared to be 2 witches holding a carcass eating ritual with the camera she set up near her home. I don't know what the heck was up with that, Coronia Stanhope, 36, of Powell River, British Columbia, told Kennedy News. It really freaked us out. It's not something you see every day. After coming across a deer carcass in a garden on her property, Stanhope said she set up the camera to surveil any animals that might take interest in the dead deer. Me and my grandpa put up a trail camera to see if we could see animals, and what we got, well, we got a bobcat on camera, which was pretty cool, she said, adding that her 76-year-old grandfather Bob was horrified when he checked the footage and saw what appeared to be a scantily clad woman chomping down on their deer carcass at night. Yes, folks, a person eating on a dead carcass that had been left out. I came the next day and Grandpa said he got naked people on the camera, and I said, no you didn't. He said, bull s I did, and showed me. Stanhope noted to the outlet that the apparent carcass eaters emerged about 10 minutes after sunset, looking disheveled and like they were wearing wigs. You can really tell from the photos, but the hoof was brought right up to her mouth, she said. I don't know if she was kissing it, smelling it, or eating it, but to touch a decaying carcass like that makes me feel sick. The amount of bacteria that must have been on there, and she was putting it to her mouth. Maybe they were paying their respects, but they were naked, she added. Stanhope noted that she was creeped out because the incident took place just a 2-minute walk from her house, and that she feared for the safety of her horses. I was concerned about them messing with my horses at night, she said. The horses always get really spooked and unnerved around that area. I thought they imagined stuff at first, so I didn't think anything of it. Maybe I believe them now. When she contacted the police, they told her that nothing illegal had really happened, and it might have just been someone on drugs or playing a prank on her. They told her if she heard anything at night to just stay in her house. She has now heard screaming in the fields and is seeing dogmen with her horses. She stated that she has called the Fish and Game, and they had advised her that they are looking into it and suspect that it is coyotes. She stated that she told them, I have never seen coyotes walk on their hind legs, and they sarcastically and kind of mean stated to her, neither have we. She stated that she has now placed motion detector lights around her property, and it has helped, except now rocks are being thrown at her house. She is working on getting some pole lights placed in her fields. She also stated that now her horses have braids on them and their hair or manes has never been braided. Her neighbors are now also having trouble with nighttime visitors beating on their house. A lot of their stalls are open that would take an dependable thumb, they said, to be able to open them, and they're missing grain. But whatever it is isn't just eating the grain, it's taking the grain and throwing it all over the place, making a wreck of the place, getting into the medication and pouring them all over the ground, letting the horses in each other's stalls. It's just a mess around here is what her neighbors had told her. We don't know what's going on. We've never had this happen before. Our daughter's window now, she's hearing breathing at it, something beating on the window, and now they're placing lights around their house. I hope all this ends soon. I would say probably what happened is whenever she started addressing these creatures, and number one, what I would not have done is placing a carcass out to see what you catch on the carcass. If you're going to do that, I wouldn't even suggest doing it, but if you are going to do that, I would do it way away from my house. I think that's going to be really close to gifting. I think when they done this on their property, if they didn't have this on their property, I believe that they might have lured something onto their property now that's going to be hard to get rid of. Sometimes whenever you try to see what's on your property when you're not having trouble, by leaving a carcass or something like that out there, you might be inviting trouble because you never know when a passerby is going to smell it. I think also that whenever this happened and it thought that maybe, she was going to be feeding them, well, then she goes and she places lights. And we know that these creatures, they don't like lights. And we know that she's placing cameras out there, so it's two of the things that they really don't like. And I think when she placed the lights and they wasn't able to be with the horses, I think that's when they got upset and they started throwing rocks at the house. I think that also the reason the neighbors are having trouble is because I think that whenever she placed the lights or lured whatever it was onto her property, she brought something in that's now messing around both places, and now that they're putting up lights and stuff, these creatures probably feel like, hey, you wanted us here and now you're trying to run us out, and they're probably upset. As far as the nude ladies, the photographs that I'll place in Patreon, I don't have an explanation for, except for, and I know Sarah's going to hate this, is I think they're probably feral people. That's a really scary thought, but it's the only thing I could think of. And, why else would somebody be coming up, eating on this carcass? And my question is, are these wigs that was bought from town? Or are these wigs made from something else or someone else? And that takes it to a whole new ball game then, because if these are made from somebody else, then I would be looking into missing people in that area, because feral people, I think, can be very dangerous. But feral people running with dogmen, I'm not sure that would be happening. I think by leaving the carcass out there, that they probably brought two things to their property that they're not going to want there. I think after time, if things keep happening like that, I think the dogmen will probably take care of the feral people problem. But then you're going to be left with the dogmen, and that could be really hard getting rid of them, because now that you got feed there and you got animals there and they have found a place to go get feed, I think that it's going to be really hard to get rid of them. So, one person even mentioned if they believe these aren't even feral people, that they're Wendigos, and there's an Indian tribe in the area that they have spoke with, the natives, and they have said that they believe it's a Wendigo also. One of the guys I looked up, he said that, he said, our people, the natives of this area, and most Indians believe that these women are Wendigos, if they're not feral people. I'm not sure what they are, guys. I was guessing feral. They're saying that they're Wendigos. So I'm looking forward to you guys giving me some of your comments and opinions, guys. What do you think they have on their property? What do you think they lured up? Do you think they're Wendigos, or do you think they're feral people? Let me know in the comments what you think. And again, we'll be discussing this more on the Patreon under the photographs. There's a few photographs I'm going to post of these that they caught on their trail cams. So again, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know this is a pretty scary one, because now you have two things on your property, and both of them, have human intelligence or maybe higher. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, keep your head on a swivel. Don't be luring things to your property or you just might be their dinner. Thanks for watching, guys.